What's up team? I'm former United States Army Ranger Joshua Thompson. Last week's video I covered how much we ran in the 75th Ranger Regiment based on the times that I ran during the week to show you guys how much volume we're actually doing. In this week's video I'm going to be covering how you should be conducting the 5-mile run. There's a lot of mistakes that I see guys making specifically during the test or during that testing period, and these mistakes can potentially lead you to failing the course and being kicked out of these units. If you guys enjoy videos like this, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. So the first mistake, probably the most common mistake that I see all too often, pretty much every single run that I've done, is that guys start off the 5-mile run way too fast. They're going out sprinting, they're going way too fast in the beginning stages. This has happened almost every single 5-mile that I've conducted in the military, where we start off and almost 70% of guys will start off extremely fast, going like 6 30-minute paces or even faster, where they would start off basically guns a-blazing. And so it is easy to get wrapped up in that fast pace because everyone else is doing it. But you guys must resist that. Do not follow the herd when they start off at these extremely fast paces, especially if you're a slower runner. Because every single time this happened, people would start off fast, they would start off in front of me. I'm a pretty fairly decent runner, running around a 32-minute 5-mile. And every single time this would happen, after about a mile, I would probably pass 90% of people who started out the gate guns a-blazing, minus the people who are just ridiculously fast. Now keep in mind, this is not the regular Army's 2-mile run where you guys can afford to start off at that extremely fast pace. No, the 5-mile run is more focused on endurance. So sprinting out the gate is only going to hurt you. It's going to lead to early fatigue and you're going to burn out extremely fast. And because of that, you're going to have a slower time, and your time is on the higher end, closer to 40 minutes. I highly recommend that you learn how to pace yourself. I cannot stress enough how important it is to maintain a single pace throughout the entire duration of the 5-mile run. Alright, there might be some nuance there where you're slightly faster in the beginning, but you're not sprinting like these other individuals during the start of the test. Because yes, you are fresh at the beginning, but you still want to maintain so that further along in the test, you can still have that endurance. Because if you burn yourself out too soon, that could be potentially the reason why you fail. The second mistake I see is something that you can do beforehand, preparing the night before or early in the morning. And that is, I see guys do not hydrate themselves properly beforehand. Not hydrating properly and being dehydrated before these 5-mile runs can lead you to fatigue way faster. And additionally, you potentially are going to cramp up during the test, right? Getting those side cramps we all dread. Additionally, on top of that, something that's further detrimental, especially if you guys are going through a summer cycle like I was going through, or you're conducting an RFT during the hot Georgia summer, that on top of not being hydrated, this will lead you to be more likely to become a heat cat or a heat casualty. And we all know where that leads. If you guys do not know already, if you become a heat casualty, especially if you're going through a selection like RASP, if you become a heat casualty, you will immediately be dropped from the course. So when you guys are given those hydration packets, I highly recommend that you take them up on that offer. You do not want to become a heat casualty. So if you guys know you have a test, make sure you're drinking a liquid IV. That's what I used before a 5-mile run, is a liquid IV the night before. Or if you guys are going through RASP or selection, I do believe that they give you guys like a drip drop or some sort of hydration packet so that you guys can maintain hydration levels and prepare the night before. The next mistake that I see is that guys do not train up properly for the 5-mile run. When I went through basic training, AIT, when I was doing that regular Army PT, we did not run nearly enough volume to improve on the 5-mile run. So if you guys think that your running PT in the morning is enough, and you guys aren't doing any more than 3 miles a day, you're probably not doing enough volume. Additionally, some of you guys who I talk to who aren't in the military, some of you guys who I've talked to tell me how much you guys run. A lot of you guys are not running enough. Guys, that's not nearly enough volume to be proficient at a 5-mile run. Because if you guys want to be competitive when you go into selection, you want to shoot for a 35-minute 5-mile or below. Because when you're going through selection, you're not going to have a lot of luxuries. Like I said in my last video, you're not going to have a lot of sleep, you're not going to have proper nutrition all the time. So that's going to reduce your time just because of those factors. Additionally, if you guys don't prepare with the proper amount of volume, more than likely your muscular endurance is going to give out before your lungs, meaning that your legs are going to give out before your lungs which is why it's so important to run these longer distances. If you guys have no idea how much you guys should be running, I have a video about this. I made a video last week about this where I timed my weekly runs to give you guys an idea of what you should be running bare minimum. It goes over how often we ran in the 75th Ranger Regiment. It goes over mileage. It goes over how much effort was put in via heart rate. So if you guys haven't checked out that video already, I highly recommend you go check that out for how you should properly be training. That will be in the link in the description. So that's gonna do it, guys. Those are the 3 critical mistakes that I see guys making when they're conducting their 5-mile runs. If you guys found this video helpful, hit the like button and share with your Ranger buddies. If you guys thought I missed anything, comment down in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.